Okay. We're live.
We're live.
Adam Berg. Unabridged Waters. I need your help to start this out.
Should we just try? Want to try that again, quick? Should
Okay.
we stop and start again?
Okay.
I suppose you don't have to stop it.
I'm not going to stop it because I don't know if it's going to start up again because it took like 5 seconds for it to start.
Okay, that was a very uneventful startup. Just Unabridged Waters, Adam Berg.
Okay. Right. Adam Berg.
Hey, Andy.
Okay.
Andy's podcast.
Unabridged Waters.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Andy's podcast, Unabridged Waters.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting really far away from this microphone.
Yeah.
My enthusiasm probably wasn't all captured since I was like 3 feet from the microphone.
No. Of the 4 episodes that we've done, the one thing we've learned is keep the microphones in front of our face.
Have we learned that? Because I literally started this episode by not doing that.
Well, I thought we learned it, but now we're learning it now.
I like how you're polite enough to keep saying we instead of me.
Yeah. I did it too a couple times. So, we got a new piece of artwork here. Let's just start off talking about this bad boy.
This is a bad boy.
Does it have a story?
No, not really. But it's freaky to look at, and I enjoyed making it, and it's probably one of my favorites, but I'll probably end up saying that about everything that I bring in.
That's fair.
Because I only print off my favorites. I've got a lot more than what's you think is available. I just don't show those.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could only publish the podcast episodes that I liked.
Just episode 4, episode 8,
Yeah.
episode 16. What the fuck's going on? Where are the other episodes?
Yeah. So, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really have a backstory. I just, I don't know, I felt like drawing something freaky. Although, what did I do? I think, was this my second or third? I think this is my third painting ever. The first was the shark. Oh, second was the crab. This was number 3. And, yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Not everything has to have a backstory, alright? Sometimes you just draw to amuse yourself.
Well, I was just hoping we could redeem ourselves from the last time there was a story, but we didn't have a phone that was accessible to read the story.
Oh, yeah. No, okay, actually, I see what you're talking about. My little thing, my little snippets that I write for everything. No, I couldn't really think of anything because it's kind of non-specific. So I wrote for this one, this is my brother Ivan. He wasn't born right.
Nice.
So that's it.
All right, we're going to do something fun now, though, that we haven't done for all of your prints so far.
Ooh, all right.
We have to
mixing it up.
We have to remember that we do have a way to...
Oh, is this beer blocking it, by the way?
Maybe a little. I don't know.
I'll just scoot it closer to me.
I'll just move for more stuff.
I'll just move the beer over here.
Yeah, you move it over there. You can control how much each of us drinks.
All right, I'll get 5. Sorry, go on.
So, one of the ways to enjoy this content is to listen to it, audio only. And we have had all this artwork on this show, and we have never really described what it looks like to those who are just listening.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are just talking about a painting.
Yeah. So why don't we give describing this a shot?
Well, according to my girlfriend, who is an experienced florist, which means she deals with flowers, not floors.
That's an interesting point. I never even thought of it that way.
Yeah, well, anyway, dumb jokes aside, she says it looks like a trillium, which apparently is a kind of flower that also looks kind of cool. So I've thus renamed this painting Killium. Because
I've never even heard of a trillium.
You haven't?
No.
Me neither. Probably because we're dudes and we don't learn the names of flowers. Just give me the roses.
Yeah.
Roses are pretty. Girls like roses. But anyway, so it's a trillium. I guess you could look at the foot. There's a foot. For those of you who can't see. I'll just describe it from the bottom up.
Yeah.
So it is basically a shin and a foot cut off about halfway up the calf. But instead of it being calf insides... calve insides.
Yeah, because we're not talking
not
about
baby
cows.
cows. No, not baby cows. I'm not that sick. This is a human being.
Yeah.
Instead of turning into a gory cut off leg, it slowly turns into a gum line with teeth surrounding the entire diameter of what would be the mouth of that leg.
Yeah.
With 3 large tongues coming out in jester style a hat fashion
Yeah.
with a sprouting eyeball coming right out of the center.
Yep. Like a.
It's a blue eye. It's pretty, or it was pretty at one point in time, but he looks sad, doesn't he?
It's quite distorted.
It's a sad plant foot. Meat flower.
Yeah. So, yeah, that describes it pretty well.
I was calling it meat flower, but you don't want to Google that.
No. What is it?
What?
A meat flower.
Google it. I'm just saying you probably get a lot of fun results.
Oh, I have a funny story that might actually describe what a meat flower is. That
Is it an X-rated? Is it of the sexual nature?
Very much so.
Oh, well, seems appropriate. Let's do this. We're
Okay.
all about
Well, let's give the
self-help books,
I
so
wanna
nice
give-
sexual story.
Yeah, I want to give context first because it's more enjoyable if you know the context.
Sometimes.
So there was this lady that I was courting, or I thought I was anyway. Right?
Were you the cuck?
Yeah. So I took her out on a picnic or whatever, and then at the end, I kissed her. Right? Things seemed to be going really well, and then afterwards, we texted back and forth. When I got home, that was a good time. Everything was cool. And then the next day, all of a sudden, gone. Completely ghosted. Right? I send out a couple texts trying to reach out to her. Eventually, she does respond, but like the energy's gone. Like,
Right.
something has
You're
changed.
getting like one-word responses.
Yeah, something has changed.
LOL, yeah.
And I knew that this kind of situation not only has happened to me before, but happens to other guys too. And I feel like a lot of times the guy will kind of freak out and do annoying things.
Maybe if I drive past her house really loud, that'll impress
Yeah. Okay. So I had it in my head that I was going to do something that no other person has ever done before.
Oh.
And I was
No one's had that idea before.
Yeah, nobody's ever had that idea. So I was going to describe to her how I felt through a metaphorical story. Okay.
Adorable. I love it.
Yeah. And the story that I chose was based off of a Vietnam story I heard from a coworker of mine
Like a Vietnamese story or a story from like the war of Vietnam.
from the War of Vietnam.
Romantic.
Okay. So now I'm going to tell you the story.
I can't wait.
And I sent. So the context is I sent this as a message. Okay.
All right.
So there was once an 18-year-old boy who had joined the army for Vietnam, and he was sent out. And on his first day, he hit the shores, and he was super excited to fight for his country and hang out with the guys. Mind you, this boy is 17, 18 years old, hasn't really experienced life at all, and he thought he was going to have like the greatest adventure of his lifetime, right? And while he's out hanging out with his buds, before he goes and sees any combat, he's in town and he starts talking to this sweet little Vietnamese woman, and they talk back and forth, and she hangs out with him, and it's all good and well. And he turns out that he really likes her. It's the first woman he's ever loved, right? And one day she invites him back into her hut. And he's really excited about this. The guy's
Get some
telling
hut butt.
he's going to get some action. He's super stoked. Gets into the hut and she presents and offers herself to him. And he's so excited that he just immediately thrusts himself right inside of her and is met by excruciating pain. And it turns out that this sweet little Vietnamese woman was actually a secret Viet Cong and had a razor blade cork shoved up her vagina. And when he pulled out, his dick was banana peeled.
Jesus Christ. I see the metaphor there.
Send.
All right.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, I hate visualizing it because I can feel it.
Yeah. So I felt really good when I sent it. And then, I didn't get a response for a really long time. And then I started reaching out for advice. So, and there's also a huge difference between advice that you get from a friend who is a girl and a friend who is a guy.
Right.
So so the advice, I tell this to a girl who really knows me, and she goes, "Oh, Andy, she doesn't know you. She has no idea what you meant by that story. It was a bad idea." That's what I get from her. Then I tell a friend of mine who's a guy, and he goes, "Andy, is she a secret Viet Cong? Like, I need to know how she responds." Really, this is a great story. I need to know the ending. Yeah.
Well, don't leave me hanging. How did it end?
Well, the story is...
Did she ever...
She does respond.
She did.
Yeah.
Was it just like ... what the fuck?
Oh, the very first response was, ouch.
Oh, well, she got it then. It's not a hard metaphor to grasp, so it's not like she doesn't know you. She doesn't know what you meant by that. It's pretty clear.
I think she's just saying ouch to it being a banana peel dick.
I don't know. I mean, like, how little credit are you giving this woman?
I don't know. We never really talked about it, so I don't really know how much of it she understood.
Have her on the podcast. How do you feel about that banana dick story?
Well, okay, so we did end up talking again, and then there's more to the story. So it's a relatively long story, the adventures with her, and we build up to a new high, and then I ruin it again for a second time, and then it has never rebounded.
Did you try to kiss her again?
It has never rebounded since. No, I didn't, but did other things, and we can get back to that story later.
Yeah, you got consolation prize.
Yeah. But
silver medal.
Where was I going with that? Why did I even tell that story?
Because you think it resembled the banana peel dick. This painting made you think of it.
Oh yeah, because of the tongues.
You have a story about meat flowers. That's what it was.
Yeah, meat flowers. Banana peel dicks, Vietnam.
Just make that the tagline for this episode. Meat flowers, banana peel dicks, Vietnam. Like, that's got to be the soundbite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like how... Never mind.
No, I just told a really gruesome Vietnam story. You can't say never mind.
Oh, it wasn't like a good story or anything. I was just going to say like how Joe Rogan's podcast always opens with the same like tag... Trey by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night. All day, all night.
Oh,
that thing. Just got to have that in the beginning of every episode. Just meat flowers, banana peel dicks, Vietnam. All day, all night.
Okay, wait.
It really sums up what this show is all about.
No. So I need to not laugh, and you need to say all that again so I can just use that as a voice clip.
I just did like so many times. Just use one of those.
But I think I don't know.
You
if
think I could do
or
it
not.
better with like more
theatricality? Yeah,
is
now
that
it's
a word?
Purposeful. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Now I'm nervous. I don't know that. You can't snap in the middle of while I'm in the middle of talking. All right. What was the first meat flower? Meat flower, banana peel dicks, Vietnam. Is that radio DJ enough?
I can use that. It's good. What was the last part though?
I think that was it.
Oh, I thought.
Rewind and watch it back.
Fuck. It's a good one. So that would just
Vietnam.
instead of there being music playing with the 10-second countdown, it'll just be that.
Right. Nice. It'll be at the
episode.
beginning of this episode. No one will understand until they get this far in the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now I get that whole meat flower, banana peel, dick, Vietnam audio clip at the beginning.
We're only like 13 minutes in, so it's really not that much of a commitment.
Really? I feel like we were just about to wrap up.
Oh.
Like, I feel like we got everything out of the way, right?
Well, I mean...
I gotta get to bed early. I gotta work out in the morning.
Okay.
I better have more beer so I can wake up and feel energized in the morning.
So tell me, let's... I was gonna tell me what's new with... I can't think right now.
Anything?
Offbeat Artworks, but I think we should...
oh, you forgot my name.
We need to...
My business name.
Make a plugin for Gary Vee so I can at least use him for searchability.
He is part of this show.
So there's a question about what is the biggest obstacle to success? And there's an interesting quote answer that he uses. First, I should probably finish the last part of the question. This is horrible. Let's start over. What is the biggest obstacle to success? Lack of time or lack of capital? A quote from this is Gary Vee.
Let me guess. His answer is going to be neither one of those things. It's going to veer off.
You're going to be surprised.
Oh, yeah?
The obstacle would be assuming that lack of time or capital is an obstacle. What you're talking about is excuses.
God damn that Gary V.
He goes on. He goes, you have to be an optimist. A lack of time is just incentive to be more efficient with the time you do have. Insufficient capital is a game to see who can find the most creative way to get more. You don't see obstacles, you see opportunities. Optimists accept the obstacles will be in their path and assume they'll figure out a way around them, which is not to say the grind isn't hard for optimists too. It is. They just like it.
I mean, yeah. Well, I guess.
You know what's great about that
it
answer?
was a setup question. Like he would specifically put in two things. Like, is it this or this?
Yeah. What's the greatest part of this answer, though, is a theme to these episodes that we've been describing. When he answers questions, he did not at one point ever address a big obstacle to success.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess I kind of got that vibe off the question too. Like, what's the biggest obstacle? I'm like, does it matter? You're just gonna have obstacles. Like, the biggest obstacle could be, like, I don't know, you got your leg stuck in a bear trap and now you can't. You have to use a fucking cane to get around, but you're still like, you don't know what your biggest obstacle is going to be until it hits. It doesn't really matter. You just accept the fact that there's going to be obstacles and tackle them as they come.
So what would you say is a significant obstacle for you?
A significant obstacle for me is just getting over my own, like, laziness. Just like, you could get off of work and you want to just, like, kick back and watch TV and fall asleep. You know what I mean? So it's just doing things even when you don't want to. Like just making actual moves, just making steps. Like, even if it's as little as, like, okay, I'm already on my phone scrolling through bullshit on eBay. Might as well swipe over to, like, Instagram and post whatever I've been working on most recently, even if it's not finished. Just have a little something. Just do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is
the biggest obstacle, is to fucking do something.
Yeah, just not be stagnant for too long. Because I'll be honest, after the art show, I keep calling it an art show. It was a fucking flea market. Yeah. After the flea market, my art show at a flea market.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of was stagnant for a while. I was kind of dead in the water because I really didn't, like. I think he even asked me the last episode what the next step was, and I just kind of like, well, I'm just gonna try and do that again, which I have. I booked another. Well, I got one that's actually booked right now. It's I guess I could plug it. Might as well. It's in Watertown. I think it's being put on by The Bar. It's a bar called The Bar.
Okay.
I don't know if it's at The Bar or if they're just doing it. I gotta really work out the details. Yeah. Especially if I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna show up at the bar. I'm like, where is everybody?
Yeah.
But it's called the Sippin' Shop, so, like, you can look it up. It's a summer sippin' shop in Watertown, so I'm sure it's not hard to figure out. I just don't have the details right now.
Okay.
That's July 23rd. I don't know. I gotta get you that information too. Yeah. I'll send it to you and you can provide it.
Okay.
Because I don't have it. I'm ill prepared for this plug. Sorry, The Bar. Sorry, Sippin' Shop people. But so I'll be there, but I'm gonna also try to get in. There's another one at the Beaver Dam Park, the Swan City Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I still have to, like, sign up for it and pay the money to do it, but I plan on doing that also. That is June. Actually, I should make sure that's not, like, next weekend.
Right.
Because, like I said, June's pretty packed for me. I'm gonna be in Arizona for a week. I got a wedding that I gotta go to. That's, like, the day before I leave for Arizona for a week. So it's gonna be hectic. But also, I'd say that's a big challenge, just for finding not only time or to make those moves, but also working around, like, your life, your obligations, going to weddings, vacations, stuff like that. Like,
yeah, like, we've been trying to record all week.
Oh yeah. And every single day. I'll give us credit. We tried every day.
Every day.
We did try every single day. And then at the last, it kept being like, all right, push it back a little further, until eventually it was like, yeah, I can't do it tonight. How about tomorrow? I'll try for first thing tomorrow. Then just push it back to, like, it's 9 o'clock at night. Gee, I can't do it tonight.
Yeah, I did 69 hours and 59 minutes last week.
69 minutes and what?
69 hours.
Oh, 69 hours.
And 59 minutes.
Damn.
I have a 70-hour legal cap.
So you went right up to that cap.
Yeah. For driving.
What were you? I had a point, didn't I? I veered off of it to talk about.
We're talking about having
Oh,
time to do
said
stuff.
yeah. I said I sat stagnant for a while.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't doing much. It was probably a good couple of weeks before I even made like a new painting. Like I was still doing creative stuff, but it's almost like I had a block. Like I just didn't have the urge to do it. Like the thrill was gone. Like I had a goal, I got to it, I accomplished it, I was there. So then it was just like I kind of had the feeling like I was done. You know what I mean? It was hard to get over that. Like, well, I did it.
You didn't
and
move
like
the
I didn't
goalposts.
take it as I didn't move the goalposts. And apparently, you're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the goalpost really doesn't move right now because I'm just doing like right now. It's like you can't just I did one booth. Now, how do I get into galleries?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's so the goalpost probably isn't going to move for a while.
Yeah.
But so I set up another one. And then I actually, like I said, I stayed creative. Like I did a couple of woodworking projects, small things, but like
You made a sweet axe.
yeah, I made a handle for an axe. Should put a picture up of it. I sent it to you already.
Yeah, I have it.
And then I made a couple pick guards for a guitar of mine, but you know, I wasn't doing anything that pertained to my business or what I'm trying to, do
Right.
here. So like, but I guess I kept that muscle working, but I did kind of sit for a while and like, I didn't make it have been quite, cause I hadn't, the last real painting I had made or picture, I keep calling them paintings. I'm just going to keep calling them paintings. Fuck you if you disagree. I painted with a digital brush.
I'm going to refer to them as prints, though. That's how I describe that
Well,
one.
I mean, these are the physical prints, but when
Yeah.
they're still on my phone, I guess they're paintings, all right?
Okay.
But, like, I hadn't made one for a while because I was preoccupied getting shit printed off, getting inventory, buying stuff for my booth, and dealing with that side of things that I didn't create a whole lot. And then after I was done, like I said, I kind of had this feeling like, all right, I'm done. Like, you should do it again. But, like, I didn't really feel inspired to sit down and make anything. But I did. I got around to making, I've got 2 new pieces, I guess, since our last show. But the one of them came about because on an art group, I encountered a lady who must be like an art coordinator for a hospital.
Ooh.
I think it's in Madison. I got to go back and check. But she was asking for abstract and landscape art and you needed like a short bio and stuff like that. And then it would be submitted and possibly hung up in this hospital. So, and I noticed like nobody had really responded to her yet. So I sent her a message and I was like, yeah.